whoever I work with is dictated by where I am. I live in Islamabad, and there aren't a lot of mainstream artists there. There are a few. I mean, I'm currently working on a few tracks with Harun, but I've just finished Nusrat Hassan's album, X Vital Signs X Junoon. I've worked with Abbas Ali Khan. I've worked with Overload, so they're all mainstream right now. And a lot of other artists that I work with, they're all based in Islamabad, so they're mostly underground.
I think, sorry, but I think when he means when you session with underground people, do you mean metal bands?
No, in general, artists in general.
In general, okay. Because I mean, he likes metal music. He loves it.
I love it.
And unfortunately, there are no all the metal bands in Pakistan are underground because there's no mainstream market for it.
And do you do sessions as well, or no?
No, not as much. I played a couple of times with Overload, but you know, one or two gigs here or there, but just for fun, really. Nothing serious.
And being a part of Chaos. Why did you choose being a part of Chaos while you would have other options to be in more bands? Or is this just because of the metal aspect to it?
No, not just because of that. First of all, we're all very good friends. We've known each other since a very long time. And I've loved the music when I heard it. I love Omar's voice. I love Khurram's playing. I love Fiku's playing. I love Sherry's playing, and you know, all of us are very good friends, and there was just natural chemistry. We did a couple of gigs before, and we played together, so everything was, you know, in place. So it was a very natural thing for me to do, join Chaos. Yeah.
Okay, being a music producer and a musician, do you feel that you're in a better position to introduce different genres into the Pakistani music industry, like electronica or trance, mix up metal with like fusion music as well?
Actually, to be honest with you, I don't think I'm in that position at all, because first of all, I mean, being a producer or being a musician, you're not paid that much, so you're always, you know, living hand to mouth. So when you're living hand to mouth, you just have to cater to whatever your client requires. So it's actually the artist's what do you call it? It has to be their initiation, you know. They have to think about what sort of genres they want to make. If they want to make something new and they come to me, yes, I'll make something new for them. But it's not my decision at the end of the day. I'm working for them.
And being a musician, you can probably do the same thing.
Being a musician is something else. Being an artist is something else. I'm a musician. I'm not an artist right now. I'll be an artist when I release my own music. Yeah.
So what are the things which excite you being live performers? Both of you, Samir and Sarmad.
Just being on stage is great. I mean, we do so much traveling, and we go to so many places that sometimes it's all a blur, but and it's really tiring. And you know, sometimes we come off we're on like the last leg of our tour, and you know, we don't look at each other. We're traveling together for a month and a half, and then but when you get on stage, everything is fine. Everything is great. You're back into your comfort zone. You forget that you're tired, and you forget that you know, we had a disagreement about what to eat last night. You know, and everything becomes fine on stage. That's what it's all about. The whole endeavor of touring and traveling. It's all about that moment when you get on stage. So when you're there in front of the audience, everything is great. And we were having a conversation with somebody yesterday about somebody asked us a similar question, and he was like, you know, we're so comfortable on stage now. I mean, we've done so many concerts that we don't even get nervous anymore. I mean, even for like a really big show, somebody says you've got 70,000 people in attendance, we don't go, oh God, you know, all right, cool, you know. And we get on stage totally comfortable, and it's a great, especially when the audience is up close to the front of the stage. Then you've got a back and forth going, and you can see people, you can read expressions. It's fantastic. It's really great.
And how does it add up to being a studio musician?
Playing live?
Playing live. Does it have any effect on you playing in a studio? Do you make music which would be more, which would be more concert playable?
Yeah, that is one factor. Another thing,
yeah, you do have to liven up your music a little bit, as in 4 live shows.
Yeah.
Because when people come to a show, especially Desi shows, when a Desi audience comes and pays $50-$60 for a ticket in the States, or $200 or whatever the price is, they expect a show, and they expect a certain kind of show. I mean, that's just the way the game is played. But as far as playing in the studio, it has its own different challenges, which Sarmad can definitely elaborate on further, because he is a studio musician.
Well, coming back to the question, I think what live playing does to your playing is that it really puts you in the groove with the drummer, and I mean, as a guitar player, with the drummer and the bassist, and that is a big help in the studio. And besides that, of course, what you pointed out, you do become more conscious of the audience and what sort of music they enjoy at a concert. So yes, you start coming up with parts that are, more energetic, and audience can relate to better. Yeah. So.
But in general, do you make music which would be more suitable for a concert? Thinking while you're making a new track?
Not necessarily, no. But once we take our music to stage, then we change the arrangements and